Today, we have a very special guest joining our panel. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and we thought who better to help us discuss the importance of this month than a friend of the show. He is a doctorate in philosophy and humane letters. He was awarded the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award and is a best-selling author. It is our pleasure to welcome Dr. Delatorro McNeal.
Yeah! So excited. Let's get it. That was quite the intro.
I know. No one's ever done that for me, ever.
You deserve it, Tori.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Did you write a book, Tori?
I did.
Did you win the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award?
I did not.
But you still can.
Thanks so much.
It's coming. It's coming. I got you, babe.
Put it in the universe. We love having you here. Thank you for being here.
It's an honor to be
He's
here.
going to stay with us the entire show,
yes.
So don't worry. So, Dr. Delatorro, we do have a couple of polls that we'd love to get your opinion on. So the first one is about women. A recent survey found more women are feeling dread, worry, and burnout, and are facing worsening financial pressure. So let me break it down. 60% of women say they are pessimistic about the economy. 56% of women say their financial situations have worsened in recent years, and an overwhelming 60% say they are more burnt out than usual. That's an 11% increase from 2022. So, Dr. Delatorro, why are these topics affecting so many women?
I think right now we're in a point in time in human history where we have to get rid of celebrating length of years, which is birthdays, and we really need to shift into celebrating our width of years and our depth of years. I think that's the problem. We celebrate birthdays, length of years, how long did I live? But how wide did I live? How deep did I live? And I think those are the questions that we're asking, especially post-pandemic. Dealing with burnout, dealing with frustrations, dealing with financial woes. That's something that everybody's dealing with. I mean, Tori, talk to me. I mean, don't you think that that's something that everybody's dealing with now more than ever before? And we're really asking more life fulfillment questions, you know, more than ever before.
Yeah, I always say it's the age of transparency right now, which we're also in the vocab.
Right.
I read a meme I wanted to ask you that I think relates to this about women. Women are in the middle of feeling like they can have all the work in the world and also need to be taking care of the house, and they're tired. Yeah. And I had never thought about, you're in the middle of the generation that was, you know, all housewife and then all work. And it must feel like you're being pulled in both directions, does it?
Oh yeah, I'm very tired. I'm very lucky though that I have this job. Yeah. This job allows me, I mean, it wasn't like that in the beginning, right? Season 1, but now that we're a well-oiled machine, here we are season 6, I can balance.
Machine.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Well-oiled.
A well-oiled machine.
I'm kidding. It was a joke.
Well, think
Welcome to the show.
Think about the role that women have to play as nurturers, right? And we're constantly giving, constantly nurturing. There's not enough being poured back into. And at the end of the day, we end up burning brightly, but we burn out. So I think it's so vitally important for women who naturally nurture and give to take vacations, take sabbaticals, take time away, completely disconnect. And I think we feel guilty. A lot of women feel guilty. When I ask most women, how do you feel about taking a vacation, taking time out just for you? Oh, no, I'm not going to do that, because we always prioritize other things. So I think it's so very important that we really be intentional about self-care, because like we talked about last time, self-care is not selfish.
It's
crucial.
I just want to say this really quickly. The reason I said it's selfish is I feel like self-care is something where things can be marketed towards you. I feel like selfish is when you are taking a stand for yourself and saying, I'm being selfish with this day. Do not call me. I am not available
it's not
today.
Selfish. I don't want that
No,
term
but there's a negative connotation with selfish, but I feel like unless
you're trying to reclaim it.
Yeah, really, just reclaim the word. I don't think there's anything wrong with being selfish that day. I'm going fishing with my dad this weekend. My phone's off. I think that's okay to do.
I totally agree with that.
You're being shellfish if you're going fishing.
And see, if you walked off the set right now, no one would blame you.
Exactly.
Okay, so Dr. Delatorro, though, women are not the only ones that are facing a lot of stress. Our kids are getting it too. A new survey found 86% of school-aged kids are worried at least once a week. The most common worriers are school, with 64% of kids aged 9 to 13 reporting stress. 41% say friendships are what stress them out, and 33% say family members. So 53% of kids say that they don't think that adults even understand their concerns. Talk to us. You have 2 teenage daughters.
I've got 2 daughters, 17 and 15, Miracle and Hope. I made a decision when I became a dad, that I didn't want to just parent my kids. I wanted to mentor them and I wanted to coach them. And so for me, what's really important, every day when we leave school, I don't have to go pick up my kids from school. I get to go pick up my kids from school. And I love to ask my daughters uncomfortable questions. And I think it's so important that our kids know that we care about them. them. Even though the old school thing is, hey, I'm your parent, I'm not your friend. I think in this age, in this era, we gotta friend our kids more, because guess what? They can't get it at school. They're dealing with body shaming, they're dealing with cyberbullying, they're dealing with social media pressures, following pressures, school shootings. I mean, they don't feel safe. We parents and grandparents, y'all, we didn't get the challenges that our kids have to deal with right now. So at the end of the day, we dealt with the Thundercats and the Smurfs. Come on, somebody, right? Right, the Last Dragon, right? We didn't have to deal with all that stuff. So I think we got to give our kids way more grace. And we really have to friend our kids more, coach them, and nurture them, have the difficult conversations with our kids, and say, let me just sit right beside you and ask you, how is your relationship with Lisa? How's your relationship? My daughters tell me all the time, Dad, I love you because my kids call you their therapist.
Oh, wow.
That's the greatest compliment
what an honor,
that I can ever give, because when my daughter's friends come over, I treat them like adults. I treat them, I say, what's going on with life? How are you feeling about what's going on in the media? How are you feeling about what's going on in your school?
Respect.
I respect them, far above and beyond grades. I mean, that's, how did school go today? What? Ask them about life. How do you feel about your own self-esteem? How do you feel about your own self-worth? How do you feel about the fact that we've been divorced for 6 years? Are you still doing okay with that?
Wow. You know what just came to me? Ally. You're like an ally to your children. Of course, you're mentoring them, you're parenting them, but you're also an ally to them. That is so refreshing.
Huge.
There is one other study that is ranking in the top stressors for adults in 2023. So we're going to shift back to adults, because, hey, if you're not taking care of yourself and as an adult, you can't take care of your kids, right?
Absolutely.
So here are the top 5. First up, personal finances. Next, uncertainty, followed by physical health, mental health, and relationships with family and friends. So does it surprise you that these are the top stressors?
In chapter 1 of my book,
which is right here, by the way. Let me.
Wall Street Journal, USA Today. Those are the same 5 things you just identified are the 5 reasons why the U.S. ranks 65th in terms of overall global satisfaction. And when the question was asked, what struggles do we have? Those are the 5 things.
Wow.
Mental health, money, personal friendships, relationships. Y'all, we got to get back to the basics. I think we've lost the basics. At the end of the day, okay, at some point, your expenses are going to rise to meet your income. So money's not the thing. At some point, your career, you're going to be at a good place with that. So it really comes down to, do I have 5 really amazing friends that know my business and still love me? At the end of the day, do I have enough to take care of my family and those that I love and care about? At the end of the day, am I living a fulfilling life versus just living a long life?
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's the disconnect, y'all. We're focusing so much on commercialism, and we're not focusing on substance and growth and really happiness and fulfillment.
Love it.
Wow.
That's
beautiful.
it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Luckily, we get you for the rest of the show. Dr. Delatorro, thank you for the advice and insight. And we're, again, happy that you're sticking around for the next hour. So DBL Nation, get a copy of his book, Shift into a Higher Gear, available now. The tips in here will change your life.